looking at this tap here, the first thing that will come to your mind is, where is the water coming from? Well, it's simple. The same place the water is coming out from, there's a transparent tube that goes in, supplies it water, and brings it back inside, thereby mimicking it like as if the water is coming from nowhere. But there are still 11 more inventions that are straight out of the box and are extremely brilliant ideas. The lift exa is more like the company exa trying to tell us that flying cars is not trying to become a mobility. Flying cars is going to become a possibility. And not just flying cars. To exist, they can help us transfer someone from one place to another. And you don't need a license or a professional pilot license to fly this, because it is going to be completely easy for a normal person to fly. Not the pool live AR is more like a pool board, but with active AR screens on it, or more like the pool itself is a screen, and you can project a lot of images, do a lot of calculations on how you should make your shots while you are playing the game. 3D billboard is now a new form of which companies are using to advertise in developed countries like the US, UK, and China, stuff like that. How this works is that curved screens, they make it and make like 3D illusions advertisement on it, which is really productive and really innovative. The AR advertising also, for those of you who watched the Evo 2020, there's one thing you should notice about the Evo 2020. While you are watching that thing, notice the side wheels. Advertisement are always there, constant, not just in the Evo 2020. There are a lot of movies, matches, the advertisements always constant there. But the main thing about this is that those advertisements were shown in a different part in different countries. Say for example, you might see your own advertisement in English. Those in India will see theirs in India. I might not be seeing the same advertisement you are seeing there in the UK's, which is brilliant because it will give more sales to the company and more sales to the person and more products or more enlightenment to people that don't want to give advertisements to. The Charles Chair 2.2 is more like an exoskeleton you can attach to your leg and makes you sit and stand whenever you like, because since a lot of us have to walk while standing, but I rarely stand, but since a lot of people have to walk while standing, it often helps them to just find the sweet spot and sit down whenever they need it. Do you know that right now you can book a space flight to space, and you will go to space and see everything in space for a really good, not so cheap price, for like 125,000 for a 6-hour flight. So try not to sleep while you are there. Then the Xiaomi CyberDog, I've mentioned this in our previous videos. The Xiaomi CyberDog is a really brilliant robot than that of the Boston Dynamics. The reason why I said so is brilliant is this thing has more power than other robots. It's so much more powerful that it can do a backflip on its own, recognizes its owner, and walks around, twists while if it falls on its back, and it's really much more innovative than that of Boston Dynamics. The Galaxy Z Slide is Samsung trying to prove that they can push the limit of what is possible on the smartphone. And the Galaxy Z Slide is a phone that can expand into a tablet and can also reduce back into its normal size and still makes all the functions that it needs to be functionable for. Invisibility cloak, it was something we once saw in an Harry Potter movie, but now it's actually real, because getting an invisibility cloak is something you can actually get now. Not just invisibility cloak, but an invisibility shield also is something you can get. Though actually designed for the military to be able to walk to places, but now this is cheap enough. Musicians can actually get their hands on it, and you too can also get your hands on it if you like. Then for immersive VR, we all know that there's a lot of things we can do in virtual reality, but imagine the immersion when you cannot do it while moving your also part of your body. There are 3 ways I've seen this. Some companies have made a stand whereby you can put in your bedroom and makes you walk while you are in the VR, or active cubes you can attach to your body and makes you feel responses when you are fighting in a video game. And last but not least, one that can movable robot that can stimulate you walking like on the stairs while you're also in the video game or doing your virtual reality session. And last but not least is quantum computing. Though I might not be able to explain quantum computing to the fullest, but one thing I know is that it's a much more faster generation of computer, and it solves problems in a much more easier and functional way than to take a normal local computer to solve. Quantum computing is just like AI in computing, but in a much more physics way of doing things. I've made a lot of gadgets on tech. Check my other videos, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.